We've covered for you developments that have taken place in Kolkata, in the state of Kerala, in the state of West Bengal, as we just told you, in Kolkata, in Delhi. And now I believe we're bringing you developments and details from the BJP-ruled state of Karnataka, where in Bangalore, the All India Students Association has said they're going to be screening. Oh, I'd like to correct myself. They've already screened the BBC documentary on the 28th of Jan. So it's been 2 days already. Students from various colleges and trade union members from the All India Central Council of Trade Unions attended the screening. The screening was followed by a discussion among students. Let's go over very quickly to my colleague Ritu to understand more. Ritu, tell us more about first the kind of attendance that this event saw. What were the numbers like? And did the event proceed smoothly or were there disruptions?
Well, you see, this whole event took place on Saturday night, where almost in the visuals that we can see, almost around 20 people were part of this screening. Even though this whole controversy of the BBC documentary is not dying down in the country, you see in the BJP ruling state that the All India Students Association, in fact, had put this documentary out for the students from the various big colleges across the Bengaluru, so that a whole documentary was being watched by the students, and later point it was followed with the discussions related to the communalism here in the India. Especially it was all about what was being stressed was exactly about, you see, the 2002 Gujarat riots therein. So that's what we do know. But yes, before even going with this screening, there were some posters on the social media platforms that were put up by the association, where it did not mention the name of the documentary, but that was an invitation that was given to various students who were interested to join the screening on a Saturday night on Infantry Road in the Bengaluru. And there after this whole screening took place and they posted these pictures on the social media platforms, that's when we got to know that the whole screening was about the BBC documentary. But so far no complaint has been registered. But what we do know from the association members is that they say this screening did not take place in any of the education institutions. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. And yes, in a democratic setup, such a documentary must be watched to understand the complete truth about what exactly is taking place in the India. So that's what the association members have to say. But yes, as said, so far no complaint has been registered.
Okay. All right. Ritu, thank you for those details. Let's go over now to my colleague Shireen for more on the overall picture. Shireen, we've seen different reactions, but it seems correct to summarize that as we stand this week, right at the start of a new week, more and more universities are joining the wave of deciding to screen, either formally or informally, the BBC documentary. Now, I believe as we speak, we're getting reports that Presidency University is going to be screening the second part. They've already screened the first part. Can you bring us more details from across the country, please?
Well, there seems to be no end to the BBC documentary controversy, because we are seeing that every passing day, the student organization of different political outfits are in fact coming up and screening the BBC documentary. We have seen how it all started from JNU just a week back, where JNU was in fact planning to screen the BBC documentary. We have seen how eventually there was in fact violence, there was clash between the AISA and ABVP. A day after, we have seen how Jamia students, the SFI unit and the fraternity movement went ahead and attempted to screen the documentary, but they were detained. Around 13 of the students were detained. Then we have seen how in Delhi University also there were attempts that was made in Hyderabad Central University as well. Though there are a couple of other places like the Madras University, where we have seen how the screening took place in Presidency College. The first part of the BBC documentary was in fact screened, and now they are planning to do the second part of the documentary to be screened. So there are in fact different places where the attempts are being made, and there are other universities where already the first part or both the parts have already been screened. Whereas the government has in fact been saying, because this is at the moment the screening will be considered illegal. We have seen how strongly some of the the administrations have been reacting. The universities have also been telling the students that they can't go ahead with the screening, but nevertheless the students are going ahead with with it. We are seeing that not just in India, but in UK as well, the SFI has called for the screening of the BBC documentary, while we are seeing that the Indian diaspora is protesting against the BBC documentary outside the headquarters. There are SFI units that are planning the screening of the BBC documentary in different universities in UK. So that is the situation at the moment, and this is happening outside the parliament. Now with the budget session that is going to begin, the opposition parties are also planning to rake up this issue in the agenda of the Congress party, of the DMK and other such opposition party, the left also. This agenda is going to be one of the priority for them. They believe that the banning of or the blocking of this documentary is it's not right, and this is infringement of the freedom of expression, and hence the opposition parties are also going to raise this issue inside the parliament. So outside as well, we are seeing in different universities across the country there are attempts that are being made. In parliament also the opposition parties
thank you for bringing us those details. As Shireen was saying, we look forward to this issue being raked up once again in the parliament. But speaking very quickly of what's taken place